Okay, something really fundamental shifted in the world of AI this week. We're talking about a move past the flashy demos and right into the office. This week, AI didn't just get smarter, it got a job. So let's break down what that really means. And look, this isn't about clever chatbots anymore. We're talking about AI becoming a core business system. A utility, something as essential as your email or the spreadsheets you use every single day. So, how is AI actually making its way into the office? Well, companies are in an all-out race to build it directly into their day-to-day operations. And this, right here, is where the real battle for the enterprise is being fought. Google is making a massive play here with Gemini Enterprise. And what's really fascinating is the laser focus on governance and security. This isn't just some powerful model they're throwing out there. It's a secure, auditable platform built for big, cautious companies. It plugs into everything from Microsoft 365 to Salesforce, and it even comes with something called Model Armor, basically built-in security guardrails to keep all your data safe. It's a classic top-down, all-in-one strategy. And, the pricing itself tells a story. At just $20 to $30 a month per user, Google isn't trying to sell some expensive, exotic new toy. Nope. They're positioning AI as a standard piece of software for every single employee, just like all the other services they already pay for. And this isn't just some theory on a slide. Major players like Macquarie Bank are going all in. They're deploying this to every single employee and aiming for full integration in just 6 months. For some of the world's biggest companies, the pilot phase is officially over. This is the real deal. But Google's top-down approach, it isn't the only game in town. There's a powerful alternative strategy emerging, and it's represented by platforms like NN. Instead of one giant pre-packaged suite, it's a bottom-up approach. It's all about composable orchestration. Think of it like building with Legos. It lets teams mix and match the absolute best AI models and tools for whatever specific job they need to get done. And you'd better believe the market is betting big on this second approach. A massive $180 million funding round for N8N, backed by NVIDIA of all companies, is a huge signal. It tells you that immense value is shifting to this orchestration layer. That's the critical software that connects all the different AI pieces and actually makes them do the work. Okay, so we've got these two competing strategies for getting AI into the office. But what's the actual tech that's powering these AI agents? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the agent stack. Google's DeepMind just unveiled 3 key breakthroughs that basically create a mini operating system for these agents. First, they can act. They can directly control the computer's interface, clicking, typing, you name it. Second, they can protect the systems they're running on, with AI like CodeMender automatically finding and fixing security flaws. And third, they can learn in safe, simulated worlds that are created from simple text prompts. Act, protect, learn. It's the whole shebang. Now, at the same time, there's a huge economic shift happening. It turns out you don't always need a massive, super expensive AI model for every little thing. Small language models, or SLMs, are on the rise. They're efficient, they're specialized, and they can run right on your device, which makes them way faster, cheaper, and a lot more private. But here is the absolutely crucial point. An agent, whether it's big or small, is only as good as the data it can see. That's why a whole new piece of infrastructure is emerging, the context engine. This is the system that feeds the AI the right information at exactly the right time. Your user history, your company's private data, to make sure its answers are actually relevant and, accurate. All right, let's zoom out for a minute, because this massive technological push isn't happening in a bubble. It is part of a new global race, one that's being defined by intense competition, a whole lot of regulation, and some very, very serious risks. $2 billion. That is the funding for a new company called Reflection AI, and their goal? To build a powerful open-source model that can compete with the closed, proprietary systems from the big labs. This is strategically vital because it provides what's being called sovereign AI. In other words, it's an option for countries and companies that want full control and transparency over the AI they're depending on. Meanwhile, the European Union is making a massive policy push. Their goal is to get AI adoption up to 75% of businesses by 2030. Just think about that jump for a second, from just over 13% today. And they're doing this with a whole-of-system approach, combining billions in funding, practical toolkits for businesses, and a pretty strong regulatory framework. But all of this power comes with immense risk. Former Google CEO Eric Schmidt put it bluntly, AI models can be hacked, and their safety layers can be stripped away. He argues that there is no treaty, no system in place to stop this kind of power from being misused, which creates a uniquely modern kind of threat. But the industry isn't just sitting around. For every AI-powered threat, an AI-powered defense is rising up to meet it. We're seeing automated security patches from systems like CodeMender, really advanced anomaly detection, and those built-in guardrails we talked about, like Google's Model Armor. It is a new kind of arms race, and it's being fought entirely in code. And at the end of the day, all of this, the platforms, the tech, the risks, it all has to answer one simple question. Does it make money? The market is shifting from hype to demanding a real, tangible return on investment. I mean, just look at this shift. Last year, over half of CFOs were planning to increase their generative AI budgets. This year, that number has been cut in half. The message coming from the finance department is crystal clear. The era of blind experimentation is over. Show us the business case. This right here is the crucial pivot in mindset. The whole conversation has moved from, wow, what can AI do? To, okay, what business problem does this actually solve? And that is exactly why these platforms, the ones designed for specific, measurable workflows, are getting so much traction right now. So that leaves us with this final, critical question. As AI becomes a standard utility, like electricity or the internet, who ultimately comes out on top? Is it going to be the biggest companies offering these massive all-in-one platforms? Or will it be the smartest, most agile teams who can assemble the best tools for the job? That's the strategic choice every single business is facing right now.